Hey guys. How are we doing? So today I got caught up on all my emails, or most of them at least. Did some mock-ups. Let me show you guys the mock-up that I did. Okay, so some people were asking, so uh, some people were asking like, hey, can you make sure that the slipcase is easy to get the books out? So I was thinking like, what if there was like, there's just a mock-up for the manufacturer. So what if there was like a little thing like this at the bottom, you can pull the books out and push them back in. So I was busy today mocking that up and taking pictures and emailing people and drawing mock-ups. And Edward, my wife got me for Valentine's Day these. So they're pretty good. She's a pretty good wife. Okay, so I've that's what I've been working on. So I've got most of my early meetings and emails and all that sort of stuff out of the way. So I was just gonna start, working in InDesign and doing some design stuff. So I figured if I was working, you might as well hang out with you guys. So you're welcome to just sort of hang out with me and ask questions if you want to. I did just send out the a link. I hope it worked. A link to the version 1, the older versions of the core rules and the core books for people to start playing, because I know a lot of people were itching to get their hands on that. Do I have some ideas for giants? Yeah. I've got a bunch of giants, so they're pretty cool. Yeah, so let me know if you guys if that comes in okay, if you have any issues with that. I had a meeting with the pledge manager people this morning, and I'm really excited about that. It's going to be, so we're going to move. We're doing some stuff. There's things we have to wait on with Kickstarter because Kickstarter's weird. But things are moving in the right direction. So more to come on that. Hey, Derek. Man, I was watching your stream last night. It was so interesting. Like, I was like, oh man, it's 2 a.m. I got to go to sleep. So I had to cut it off after a while. But if you guys want to see a master class in war game design, watch Derek's stream from last night or like early this morning, depending on where you are. That was that was a really cool that was a really cool stream. ET on the Foundry VTT for Nimble. I think it's out. I don't know. If you check on Discord, I don't know how to get it. I'm not a Foundry guy, but I think it's out. I think people are playing it already. I think the version 1 is like it's playable currently. I don't know if version 1 is like done and released or if it's like almost done. But yeah, check on Discord. There are people there that can point you the right direction. Hey Marcus. Hey, how's it going? How manual is a pledge management process? It's like it's manual in that you have to set it up. It's manual in that I have to set up, but like once it's set up, like people can go in and do their own stuff. Shaler, yes. Rather than like separating everything out, and so like, oh, only these people get to this thing and these people get that thing. So just for now, I just send it out, and then I'll trust people to not take advantage of it. And if they do, they do. So yes, once the pledge manager is open and ready to go, then people can add whatever they want. So you can add it. So read it through. If you like it, you can buy it. Yeah. So no, like the idea that this mechanic like makes sense in the simulation of the game, like is cool. But like how you were talking about like, but is it fun? And how does it feel to actually play? Like a lot of people will just stop here, like, oh yeah, this kind of armor, or this kind of weapon, or this kind of thing should work this way. And then like, but if it works that way, is it also fun? So if you have like the two sides in this war game, like I roll a higher, I get a heads on the coin, and so like I go first, and therefore like first turn, like I win, it's a foregone conclusion. Well, that's not very fun. So at least for the guy. So just calling attention to that, like asking, could it be better is great. And a lot of so I don't really do war games and that kind of thing, but like those kinds of concepts can go for RPGs or other games or like whatever you're working on really. So I really appreciated that. I don't know how it's received. Maybe check Kickstarter. There's just a button on Kickstarter that said, "Hey, send a message to everyone who backed it," and I did that. It looks like a few people have gotten it. So maybe it's in Kickstarter. If so, just in general, if you have to send like thousands of emails, like they're not like if you send one email, it could just be sent out immediately. But if you're sending thousands, like it says, okay, I'll schedule it and we'll start sending, and it'll sort of send it out in batches. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it just takes. Haven't received it now. I have. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay, guys. So part of this is going to be me figuring out how to make alpha masks in InDesign. So let's go and go to the computer, guys. What I'm working on right now is so most of the art spreads they take up a full page, or like they're a spot art with like alpha channel already built in. Um, oh yeah, no worries, Shaler. I mean, if someone wants to steal it, they can steal it. Like, it's not like I'd rather they didn't, but like that me not sending them an email isn't going to stop them. But good vibes. If someone wants to support it, if you like it and you support it, cool. So most of the art is sort of like this, but there are some pieces where the art sort of comes like, I don't know, a third or a quarter of the way onto the next page. So what I was thinking was, what if we had like a cool border instead of like just a straight flat thing? Would that be cool? Maybe. Okay, you didn't get an email, but you see on Kickstarter messages. Okay, cool. Neville, you're making a RPG. Nice. Cool, man. Yeah. Oh man, Derek, you and me both. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it in InDesign so that I don't have to bring it into Photoshop and like do it. So I think if I click here and then paste it in there, no. All right, so let's Google it. How to make alpha mask in InDesign. Yes. I will, Victor. I'm going to be sending those out when they're ready. I think the dark border behind the titles. Yeah. Use an image with pre-save transparency. Clipping masks. Okay, so I think I might have to paste this in. And then this is incredibly big. Paste it in. Shrink it down a bit. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna try to edit it. Can I edit it here? I don't know if this is gonna work. P. There we go. So I'm going to okay. All right. If anybody's an InDesign expert, please help. All right. Let's see. So I'm trying to just select these points. Okay, it's kind of working. So it's doing something I want, and it's doing something I don't want. figure out how to undo that. All right. Okay, I think we are getting there. Don't worry, guys. All right, so let's scooch that out of the way. All right, so we want the dragon to be fully on this side. Let's edit the effects and the drop shadow. Just give it just a bit more oomph. There you go. And I like to add a little bit of noise to the drop shadow just so that it like feels a little bit spicier. Okay, so now if I cut this, I might be able to paste it in here. No. Paste it in there. A. Paste it in there. No. All right. All right. Let's see. Does anybody have any ideas? Yeah, I'll just wait till we get. Oh man. So I know I've done it before. Oh, I've got a bunch of specific tips for RPG design. There's a few hours of live streams on it. CSS work is pretty rough. Okay, so all right, so let's undo that. Okay, so I'm going to go here. Let's reveal in Finder. There we go. So I think if I have this selected and I drag it in from the Finder on top of that, there we go. Boom. Easy. Didn't doubt it for a second, you guys. Object, transform, flip vertical. Yeah, so it really wants to do it like just this one super duper specific way. All right, so now, uh-oh. There's this part of this thing that has gone wonky on me. What is this? I don't know. Let's don't ask any questions. All right, so I'm just going to get the mask in the approximately correct area, and then we'll adjust where it is, and then we'll ask if it even looks good and if it's worth all of that. Okay, so we want the dragon to be here-ish. Let's scale it down. Well, Derek, it's good to know that there's other people who have InDesign frustrations too. All right, so P, A. There we go. Hey, Jack. When Zephyr doing lots of D4s was fun design, it was fun design, so that'd be fun to do like once or twice, and then like everybody else will hate you. Set your live overlay to have an auto hide after 15, 30 seconds. Ooh. How do I do that? Set your live overlay. I don't know how to do that. So in case you forget about pop-ups like I do, is that all hides? Ross, yeah, you will be able to adjust stuff later, so don't worry about it. If you guys like, oh, I pledged for this, but I wanted that, like you can update it. It's gonna be a few weeks, maybe a bit more than a few weeks, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll have that open for people. Yeah, it's not too late. So you can't adjust anything right now, but Pledge Manager is going to be open soon. Soon as in like sometime, like not today. Okay, so is that like, I feel like that might be a little bit too subtle. That might be a little bit too subtle. I think this one might look a little bit cooler. So let's do that again. Paste. You know what? I might just do it in Photoshop, you guys. We're doing it in Photoshop. All right, we'll paste that here. Smart object. I yield to InDesign as beating me, as defeated. All right, so watch how easy it is in Photoshop. So I'm going to make a new layer. So I heard that that donation. I'm not gonna read it though. Thank you, Derek. I thought I turned it off. I don't know how to turn the talkie talk thing off. All right, so I'm going to select these two layers. I'm going to change it into a smart object, and even this isn't the best way to do it, but the tool you know is better than the tool you don't know. And I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go, bam, create clipping mask. Oh wow, look, it works exactly like I expected. Cool. All right, so we're gonna go to InDesign. Let's get this nonsense out of here. We'll center this back in the page. Let's grab it. Now we can just drag that PSD or PSB right in here. Bam. We'll scooch it over, and now we can see if we like it or not. Yeah, I think I like it a little bit. I think I like it. Is that better than let's go to the other version real quick. Let's go down to the previous version. Where are we? Okay, so like rather than having just a straight line, we've got a little bit of a you know, fancy line, and I'm gonna have to scooch it over just a bit. So the good news here is that I can just scooch it over like that. And then when I save this, InDesign should update. There we go. Yeah, I kind of like that. I don't love these little pieces like sort of hanging off so far. So let's mask that out. Just get rid of those two little pieces. There we go. We'll save it again. And then we will hit the little refresh button. I guess I didn't have my opacity set to 0. We will try that again. And then we got a couple little strays over here too. All right, let's do that. Okay. Refresh. Bam. Okay, cool. So we've already got the new classes, Artificer, Hexbinder, Scion, and Revenant. We've already got those in there, and I like that. And we've got the updated character sheet. And I think that I'm going to tweak it a little bit more. So actually, let me show you guys. Let me show you guys the latest character sheet. It's a little bit more subtle, a little bit less. Someone said it was play school a little bit, and I was like, yeah, it's a little bit play schooly. So where is it? Here it is. And thanks for hanging out, you guys, by the way. That's interesting much. Layers on the left. I just have a widescreen. It took me a while to get used to, but I have a widescreen and like I work on this side and I've got YouTube playing on this side usually. Yeah. Um, all right. Okay. So I tweaked wounds a little bit. I don't like how it's sort of like sticking off the edge a little bit. So I don't love, and you guys can see this, right? Or is this off screen? Yeah, it's off screen. So I tweaked wounds just a bit. There you go. So that they're squares and they're a little bit tighter together. So I'm playing with lots of different things. I kind of like it going horizontal, but if we could have it matching, I think that would be even better. So maybe we'll. Ooh, is this awful? This might be a little bit too squashed. And of course we have to unsquash this guy. Ooh, we could do something like this. What if we did something like this? This would be cool. Just getting some ideas. We could have this be like completely full red, and then this could be full, of course, but we will make it white, then have that here. And then we could do, and this is Figma, if anybody's wondering what app this is, 2, 3, 4. And we'll have this at 10% fill, maybe 20%. 20%, 30, 20, 40, 60. And I'll fix it. Give me a second. 80. So that's a little bit too. Let's do 65, 45, 30. Sometimes you got to go vibe by vibes. Okay, so that's kind of cool. I don't hate that. Wounds. So I pulled this little dot up because I know that this dot is like it's an okay size for like marking things. Yeah, something like that might be cool. Squares are not great. Circles with the extra row of circles is better. Yeah, shading wounds box is probably not as good for black and white printing. Maybe. Yeah, so this is going to be the color one. Color with the red gradient. Read okay, printed black and white. I'd probably just remove that for the black and white printing. We're just cooking. We're just sort of coming up with ideas. Classes get extra wounds. Yeah, you could add them. You could definitely add them. So let's go through. So like I did like this, but it does take up a lot of space, and most classes don't get extra wounds. So I didn't want to have like this confusing thing here. And then having the extra wounds on top just felt a little bit strange. And then having this vertical is a little bit weird. So yeah, I think it's something we're gonna keep cooking on. We're definitely gonna keep cooking on it. Yeah, wounds are a big deal. They are a big deal. So you're not wrong about that, Derek. Hmm. So it is a game, but it's technically print layout. So Figma's not terrible at that. Yeah, wounds should be a little bit more fancy, a little bit prominent. We'll come back to that. So last time I got stuck here because I was like, oh yeah, let's keep redesigning the character sheet because the character sheet is pretty important. And then I just spent like all day redesigning it and making tiny little tweaks. Could you raise HP up a little higher and put the wounds under that? Maybe. Is there a way to keep OBS on top? Is there a way to just keep OBS on top? Thank you, Derek. I appreciate that. Oh, I love the icon and color time between. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it was like a little bit more vibrant, but it felt kind of play school. So rather than this, it might be. So like I went to there's like been a ton of different versions. Um, but yeah, it's quicker for me to see. Oh, red. I get this and this. I don't know what it exactly means, but I vaguely know what what strength does. So before people would see Dex. Oh, Dex only gets 2 skills. Well, why does Will get 4 skills and Dex only gets 2? Well, Dex also controls initiative, which is pretty important. Then intelligence controls these 4 things, and that's kind of it, or these 3 things. So. I think it's a lot more interesting to see that strength impacts your hit dice as well as your wounds, the strength save that you need to make. And then maybe like this could be red also, like these little dots maybe. I'm not sure, but like anything like that to anything like that it was this one, Star Wars Rebellion, I think. Let me show you. Anything like this that you can do to make things easier on yourself is good. So let me show you guys this game. So I got this game for my brother-in-law for Christmas, and it's a great game. But so there are like these little. So the silly thing about this is there are these little colored icons. So like if you have this planet, then this planet will give you like these units, like whatever, like a triangle and a blue thing. Like it'll give give you these units. Come on, stop going there. Let me see if we can zoom in. It's not going to let us zoom in. Okay, so this might be the best. Open image, a new tab. Okay, so like the yellow equals like a ground unit, I think, and the blue equals a space unit. Like, okay, that kind of makes sense. Like like dirt is kind of yellow, and like the sky is blue. Okay, so like that kind of thing. I find a lot of board games to be frustrating. Harder to learn than it needs to be and harder to play than it needs to be. Like this game was a lot of fun, but there were these little like things that were annoying and made it really hard and take far longer to play. So if they just spent like another day or two like cooking it, then it would have been like twice as good. In my opinion, I right. So this game was like cool enough for me to like maybe want to play it again, but like not definitely. But if they just fix these things, like it would go from taking 4 hours to play to take like 2.5 hours to play, and I would be less tired. So like triangle means like a big space unit. Like I don't even remember what it is. Like so triangle means big space unit. Circle means like like an infantry unit, and the square means like a vehicle or something like that. So like the whole time I was playing, I was so like every turn, if you have that planet, then like you'll get those units. So I would look at this one, okay, blue circle. All right, after it's circle, what does blue circle mean? Okay, that means I get one of these things. And then yellow triangle, like I can't for the life of me remember what in the world a yellow triangle means. If instead of a blue circle, if they just put an icon of infantry there, then instantly I would have known, like, I get an infantry. If they put an icon of a spaceship there, I would have known instantly, oh, I get a spaceship. But instead of that, every time for like all like 50 planets that are on here or 30 planets that are here, I had to look up every single time. And like I played this game for hours and I wasn't able to get it. And I was trying to think of ways like, okay, like triangle has the fewest sides, so maybe triangle means like infantry because it's the weakest, and then like square has a little bit more sides. So like maybe that's like the vehicles, and then like the circle because it has like infinite sides. Like if it was a polygon, maybe that's a space, but like even that didn't work. So like there was no rubric or structure framework for me to make it easier to remember it was just completely abstract. So anything that we can do to, oh, this icon matches that icon, is really, really helpful in my opinion. Um, because so like initially in the core rules, let me just show you some of this thinking. Initially in the core rules, um, we have so I had this. So fill in your basic. So fill in the arrow for your advantaged plus and disadvantaged minus saves. So that's the initial version. In the updated version, it's fill in the arrow for your advantage up and disadvantage down. So like because on the character sheet it's an up arrow and a down arrow. So like just making all of that like just everything match one another, right? I think that is just very, very important to do because it's just one less thing that I have to remember. Because if I can just see it, I don't have to remember it. So that kind of thing is I think really helpful. And the more thoughtful you are as the designer when you're designing it, the less thoughtful other people have to be when they're playing it, right? So like if you're designing an adventure, if you're designing an adventure, um, like the more thought you can put into it, the less prep the GM has to do. And Derek, actually, if you want to hop on a call and just sort of hang out and chat, you're definitely welcome to do that, man. You just come on, chat with me. Yeah, I'm open to it. I'm open to trying some arcs. I have the game. I'd like to learn how to play it. Um, Arcs has incredible visual self-referential design. That's cool. So like you can tell right away, like oh that this so initially it was just colors. So asking Dark Minky. So I know a lot of people are colorblind. So initially it was just colors, but then we added these icons so that even if you are colorblind or if you print this out in black and white, you can still it'll still have the same effect. So yeah, the more thought you can put into it ahead of time, it's going to save everybody else. So like one designer, like making an adventure or a character sheet or something, putting like an extra hour into the layout and iconography and all that sort of stuff of the character sheet or of the adventure. If that character sheet is used 1,000 times or 1,000,000 times, so you're saving 1,000 or 1,000,000 hours of people. You sort of get what I'm saying. So, be thoughtful about things is the one. Okay, so I'm gonna come back to the character sheet stuff. I'm definitely gonna come back to that colorblind right here. Yeah. So I did add the icons because I realized that one, a lot of people are just gonna print this in black and white, and a lot of people are going to they're gonna want to just like not use color ink, but a lot of people are colorblind also. Okay, let's keep cooking. Let's keep cooking. Is there a way to keep OBS on top so that I don't have to keep swooping and swapping? Still get, yeah. NatureCraft is just like a smidge too long. I don't know. We'll see if we can. We'll see if we can fix that if that bugs you. Yeah, I like high contrast, so that's why I like the dice that I have are like, there's a 3. Oh, look. Can you tell which one is the crit and which one isn't the crit? Yeah, you can. Can you tell which one is the miss? There it is. There's the miss. Yeah, it's called the Curse of Knowledge. Curse of Knowledge. Hey, Roland. Good to see you, man. Okay, so I think I already went through this. So I was on this page now. So let's give the same treatment to this guy. So we're going to open him up. Reveal in Finder. We'll open him up in Photoshop. This beautiful painting by Mr. Justin Gerard. So I think I'm going to take this part. Ooh, not that. I'm not great at Illustrator. Smart object. There we go. So we want it to be so right at the tip of his sword. Okay, so this one is reversed. It'd be right at the tip of his sword. Because this one's zoomed in pretty far. Bam. We'll do this. Come on. All right, set this to be a smart object. Release the background. Create clipping mask. And we will save it. I don't know, I could save a TIFF with layers. That's cool. Yeah, super duper cool. Yeah, and now I think he's moved completely away from digital art altogether. So everything that he's making now is like hand painted oils and stuff, which is like the madman. Okay, so I guess I can't do that. So I'm gonna have to save this as a PNG or as a PSD. Photoshop. Save. Okay, so let's get you out of there. Let's add effects, drop shadow. I think we need to add a little bit of noise here just to make it a little bit more crispy. Now we can do this. And then we will, come on. Like it always does the thing like the opposite of what I want it to. Why is it? There we go. Transform, flip horizontal. All right, then we'll go here. Bring that into the bleed area. Let's make him bigger. Not like that. I don't know. Is this sort of thing better? It's different. I think this is probably too big of a too big of a thing. So yeah, I feel like this like just too large of a thing here. So let's just make that a little bit bigger. And so now we can save it. Smash Alex Judd. All right, so let's grab this. I think it was a little bit too hot of a. Okay. So I'm sure this is not the best way to to do this, but that's okay. Yeah, save that. You like the image that you like the Revenant? Yeah, that one was by. I always forget her name. A Filipino artist. What was her name? It's gonna bug me. All right, let me check. Justine Florentino. Yeah, she's a fantastic artist. One of the slowest artists I have, but one of the best. Sorry, 1 second. Wife is calling me. Okay, so let's go over here. Did we do it? There we go. Okay, so we want it to be kind of like that. And now we can scale it down a bit, scooch it over. And it'd be great if I could just do this in InDesign, but I don't have the foggiest idea of how to do that in InDesign. Yeah, I feel like that's looking a little bit better. Hey, Matt. Someone was asking about Foundry. I sent them to Discord. So let's go to InDesign, and we will hit the little update button. So yeah, I like that. It's a little bit more subtle here. I do like that it's a little bit more subtle. That's kind of cool. What do you guys think? Do you kind of like having like a little bit of a textured edge to it, or do you feel like just having like just a straight clean edge is better? What do you guys think? Oh, so this is what I got myself for my birthday. Slay the Spire 2. Happy birthday to me. Ooh, Tower Defense Fest. Yeah, yeah. Hey. I mean, I do have some artists who are very good and fast and affordable. I wouldn't say cheap, but affordable at least. Nice. Yes, that was intentional. I don't know. Later we'll get spreads and pages, but I didn't want to like blow up people's emails with like huge files, so I just picked one. I like it. I'm pretty good at it. I mean, I haven't like made up like all the ascension things and stuff, but like I can reliably beat the Act 3 boss. We shrink a little bit. Nice, Mike. That's cool. I was just watching LSV do some Slay the Spire. I was like, ooh, instead of watching him play Slay the Spire, like, why don't I play Slay the Spire? So that's how I ended up in the situation I was. But I had to call it quits once it was time to work. All right, so I think we can tweak the like, where it is and stuff just a bit. Okay, so let's go back to InDesign. We'll refresh this, see if it still looks good. Bam. Yeah, I think it's good. I don't like how the border is sort of sticking out now. So maybe we will change this to be, we'll apply, right click, apply parent to pages, parent B. That's not right. Let's see, A, B, C, E, D. It should be B. Oh, it just didn't. It didn't apply? No, it did apply. Now let's try it again. Apply parent to pages. B. There he goes. Okay, so we don't have the thing sticking up there. Let's clean that up. Let's clean this little goober up here. Mask. The goober was just a little bit too much. So now we'll come in, refresh. There. Okay, I'm happy with that. So I've already gone through the copy here, the text, and tweaked it. So I'm happy with where that is. But since we don't have that other thing here, maybe we can scooch Do a little bit of scooching here. I feel like it's like a little bit angled. There you go. That looks a little bit better. I'll drag that out. Yeah, all right. I'm happy with that. Bun, I think I've gone through all of that and done the layout for those. Let's clear that out. Oh man, you gotta play it. You gotta play it. It's a great game. It's a great game. Foundry system's looking good. I'd like to sometime soon, like do a stream on and sort of show off how the Foundry system's going. We're on the list, yeah. So if you're an Alchemy VTT user, we're on the list. We've already been approved, given the green light. But like every so often, they have their users vote on what they want, and like I don't know, people just have to vote on it, and then they'll do it. The texture's nice, but I think what I like most is having art spelled on the next page. Yeah. Yeah, because, you know, why I did that was because just another weird layout thing. So like if this was like if this was taking up like the normal amount of space and then two columns, like we just had like a bunch of extra space. So by doing stuff like that, then we can fill in the space a little bit more neatly and more tidily. Okay, so what I'm looking for here are little orphans, like this little thing, this little guy. We don't want to have that. So let's see if we can. Boop, there we go. So like a whole word, that's fine, especially in like a little tight spot like this. But we don't want to have like a half a word all by itself. We don't want them to be orphans. Then here, since this part is lower than this part, we can add. So like these are all of the like the little considerations and like why layout takes forever and a day. So I'm gonna add a little bit of space below. Then we can spread these guys out just a tad, just to sort of even them up a little bit. We don't want to do it too much. And then here we can do the same since we have a few extra pixels there. That might have been just like one too many. We'll keep it at 3. Yep, there we go. That's a little bit closer. Maybe we can give this guy just a bit more. Just a bit more. There. Now they're even, guys. Look how pretty. But the problem is this isn't even with this, so we can scooch this up maybe. And then now it's going to be a little bit more centered in the page. Forrest Immel, he's got a great podcast. Distraction Makers, if you guys ever want to check out Distraction Makers. If you guys are into game design and stuff, Distraction Makers is a very, very, very good YouTube show podcast. Nice. Hope you have fun, man. Reminds me of kind of Fallout RPG. Oh, okay. That's interesting. This is InDesign. Okay, so let's keep going. Adventure motivations. Yeah, let's do the same thing to this. I think I'm liking the direction that we're going with these sort of cool little textures. And like, if this doesn't motivate you to be an adventurer, I don't know what will. Dragons came and torched my castle. And then we want this one to be over here by this second little blue hill. It'd be somewhere here, and then I think we're just going to turn this ever so slightly. There we go. And I think I had like another cool image that I downloaded, something with like a little bit of transparency. So I wanted to see what that looks like also. So this image sort of has like a little bit of color, a little bit of transparency. We don't need the color, so we'll just go ahead and get that out of here. But what would it look like if we had some transparency to this? So we know what this is going to look like. Let's add a create clipping mask. Okay, so if you ever need to make an alpha channel from like a flat image without an alpha, you can do this. So I'm just going to fill in. Why is this? This shouldn't be a smart object. Let's scale it up. And we will rasterize it. Rasterize layer. I'm going to select everything, make a mask, and then I'm going to option click here and paste it in here and then invert it. Actually, I don't want to invert it. I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so now, so let's save this. Let's save this as a PSD. TIFF, Photoshop. Okay, so now this, we can add a color overlay to make it black. It's going to be black only there, and then we can invert this. If this doesn't make sense, that's okay. Don't worry about it. And now we can make this a clipping mask. Bam. Why is it doing that? Do I need to make this a smart object first? There we go. Okay, make it a smart object just to sort of flatten it. Okay, so it is two. Let's invert it. So I did have it correct. So we want to invert this, invert that. We want it to show where it is black. And then let's convert that to a smart object. There we go. Okay, invert that. Is it not working? I'm breaking my brain here. I think the mask was inverted. Okay, let's see if that is it. Or smart object. Bam. Okay, so I think I just need to increase. I just need to punch it with some curves. Curves. Why aren't you working? Why isn't this working? All right, I think I'm trying to be too fancy. Here we go. We'll just do it that way. I don't know. I kind of like. Let's not do that. Okay. Let's make this a clipping mask. Yeah, locked in. Yeah. People who make software, they know how unpleasant it is to learn new software, especially once you have a pipeline. So, but apps like Figma and stuff are like made to be like super easy to learn because there's just like so few buttons and stuff. And then Procreate, if you're an artist, Procreate has really taken over because like, oh, you can basically learn it instantly, which is pretty cool. Let's give it a little bit more space here. Do I like that better? I kind of do. apply parent to pages. E, B. There we go. So we just have the one corner. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Derek, if you want to hop in chat, shoot the breeze, man. Come on. I know you probably just woke up. you were up later than I was. Yeah, thanks. Big thanks to Matt and Trevor and a bunch of the people who are working on it. I like cool, crisp weather, not cold weather. Okay, so I think that's okay. Maybe just a bit. Give it a little bit more breathing room. Computer. Hoping to get a stream in some form or another. Yeah, I'd love to. Might have to give me a rundown. Probably will have to give me a rundown on how to do it. So I added like little things like this. I'm adding icons, and I updated this. This art here like was my least favorite art in the whole book. I think like the flaming sword. Like it was fine, but it was just like sort of soft. It wasn't like well rendered, and so I swapped it out for that cool piece. I like that piece. Oh yeah, you had a GaryCon. Cool, man. Travel safe. So last time I got myself some beef jerky, and that sustained me. So I'm adding icons here for these things. I think I'm happy enough with those pages. I updated this icon. I tweaked some stuff here. I think all of this is probably okay. So I would like to get this legendary word up onto this line. And if I just delete enemies, oof, almost. Oh, there we go. That did it. Okay. So just because like these two things were like a little bit off balance. Gal Cox, great artist. He's been doing a lot of cool art for the items and things. Really like these. The whatever the guard things is, and the pommel, I guess, like their hands, which I think is cool little touch. Buffing spells for support classes. I'm happy with the spells where they are. There are going to be like other abilities and things. I think there are enough spells. Unless like I see some cool idea. But maybe as it like we're gonna add some secret spells. So maybe that. I'm just looking at the sort of spacing here and here. I think it's okay. I think there was like one use of athletics in this document. There's like one use of an incorrect skill. It might have been in the GM guide. Okay, I think I'm happy with most of these. Is what going to get lost in the binding? Oh, the name. Oh yeah, I gotta move the name. I've been moving the names down to here. If that's what you're talking about, yeah. And is that centered? It is centered, but the text itself isn't centered. There we go. Now it looks correct. I have to center it this way, then you have to center it that way. Okay, and so what I'm looking at right now is you see how this side is like just a little bit different than that side. It's because of these. If we change the line height here from 11 to 10.5, that should 10.5. That should help. There we go. Maybe like 10.4. They'll never know. There we go. Then here, can we do anything for this side? So these are all 11. So since this is the longest paragraph, if we just bump this down to 10.5 here, and then increase this one to like 11.2, then this one to 11.2. Now we're getting closer. There we go. And we will put that back up to 2.6 just a little bit. Okay. I'm happier with that. Just tightening things up. And then center this. Center that. Rotate it. T, center, B. Okay. All of this looks okay. And then I don't like how this just like desires is here. So I'm going to say give an ancient dragon a gift that it truly desires. It's an extra word, you don't need it, but you know we're already using the line here. And then maybe I could do this: heartwood, splinter of trees, life. Yeah. She'll text me once in a while. She'll say, "Let us in." We have a little like tower garden with lettuce on it in my office. Nice. That's good. All right, spell. So I'm not crazy about this art. I like it. I like it fine, but it's not the best art. Let me see. Let's go through the archives. Let's go through the archives and see what pieces we have. I think we're not going to use a Justin Gerard piece there. It's got to be something magical. Someone casting a cool spell. I guess I can show you guys. I guess I can show you what I'm flipping through. Mushroom Hill. Okay, not those. I'm gonna do art. New bard. Here's a new fairy piece. I think I might have shown you guys that already. Mavora. So maybe like a spell cat. Nah, I don't. Do you think a? Do you think something like that would be cool for this? For this, like it's not like specifically like magic, but it looks magicy. What did I do? It looks pretty magical. Or this one, like this one is kind of like got some cool magic vibes. I like recharging once. It is borrowed lovingly from Mouse Ritter, 100%. Yeah, there's me fairy ancestry Joe, if I can call you Joe. Yeah, so maybe this one. Ooh, or maybe like a lich. Like a lich piece would be cool. And this was going to be like the new art for it, but it looked a little bit too impressionistic, like a little bit too crazy. So these are all like pretty crazy. Let's see what this one looks like. Because that one is pretty rad. This one? No, it's this one. Let's just see. Spells. Object transform. Flip horizontal. Okay, so why am I flipping this piece horizontal? Because, so there's an interesting psychological phenomenon that happens that whenever there is something on a page, if there's a person on a page or on a website or whatever, people will look at them first, and then they will look at what they are looking at. So if he was looking this way, that would be like a subtle clue to look that way, off the page, away from the book. But we don't want that. We want someone to look at the cool art and then look at the book. So just a little thing to keep in mind as you are designing your games. And since this piece is very wide. Ooh. What if we did something like this and have the text? Oh, that would be cool. What if we have the text white here, you guys? What if we have the text white here? Would that be rad or what? What did I do? What did I do? This paper? Yes. Enter. Why is it going away? I don't know why it's going away. But is that a cool idea? Please don't do that. Please don't do what? Please don't have the text white. Is that what you're saying? Or use a transparent shape you were toying with earlier to block out some of the page for the text. Yeah. I don't like having art all the way around it because the books are kind of small. But having this be like a full bleed piece, I think would be pretty sweet. Spells. That would be pretty cool. Would be hard to read. So if you have I like dark mode stuff, but if you have like white text on black background, you make it like a little bit bolder. Like instead of regular font, you would make it medium, and maybe just a slightly bigger. But we do have the space for it on this page. The card for Spell and Ties has a different description than the one in the core rule book. Yeah, I'll be going over all of that. I'll be going over all of that. But for people with eyesight problems, light text on a dark background is actually easier for many people to read because there's less glare. Let's just see what it looks like. We'll just see. We don't have to keep it. We don't have to keep it. We are our own boss. Okay, so paper. What? Oh, it's multiplying. Yeah, that's why it's multiplying. Normal. There we go. Okay, we'll change this to white. And then let's Excuse me. Let's just try bumping up the font size just a smidge before we try to like bold it or anything. Eyesight is your dump stat. Yes. You could put a drop shadow behind it. Exactly. So, so for all of these, so for like this, I think there's drop shadow here. There's drop shadow here, just to make it like read a little bit more clearly, and here as well. So it's just separates it from the background ever so slightly. Yes. Oh yeah, this does look cooler. It is much more striking. And anytime you have like a big, cool panoramic piece like that, you know it needs to be done. I know what I need to do, but I don't know if I have the strength. What was it? What was Kylo Ren's? Don't get me started on Star Wars. Those movies could have been so good. Okay, so we're going to have to scale this up a bit so we can scooch it over and not lose our bleed. Okay, and then we'll add a little bit of we'll do a little bit of this. What is this? Is this it? Fill with black, and we'll push it back behind this. And we'll use this gradient tool to do this. We use this gradient tool to do this. We use this gradient tool to do this. This. There we go. And we'll bring the opacity down like so. +1 for Star Wars rant. Yeah, that was the first time I've ever seen Adam Driver. He was cool. I liked him, and they were like such cool. They were such cool like possibilities and stuff. Hi from work. You're on the little screen today. Hey.
Oh, help me! help me! I'm little.
Regarding the white text two boxes, yeah, I'm definitely, I'll definitely fix those. Don't you worry. So I'm going to duplicate this style. Duplicate. I'm going to call it white paragraph. First paragraph W, and save that. And I'll apply that. Overwrite. What's it doing? Okay, so we'll go to character color, make it paper, and we'll do basic character formats. Font style regular, we'll change it to medium. There we go. We'll change it to medium, and then we'll do the same for this. I'll say duplicate style. Second paragraph, W for white. Character color, paper. This regular to medium. So Avenir Next is a great font because it has so many different weights and stuff, and it's a condensed font, so you can fit more words on a page. So that is why I love Avenir Next condensed. Bam. And then we need to make one for the bulleted list also. Duplicate style, bulleted list, W. Basic character formats, regular, medium. Okay. And now we can go down to here. Then we will do this. We will do this. oh, we forgot to change the character color to paper. We could always undo this if we end up hating it. I don't think I would hate it though. Yeah, Edward, you're free to do whatever you want, man. Maybe wait until it's done before I before you take a screenshot. All right, so I'll fix that in a second. We'll tweak this to be italic, medium italic. There we go. I think I'm gonna have to increase the font size a bit, but we have the space to do it. Increase the font size just a bit, and before we get to there, let's tweak this. So I'm gonna duplicate this, inset note B, inset note BW for white, and we'll say paragraph shading. We're going to make it black. Let's see if that helps. Okay, so BW, 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 and then we will click here, character color, paper. We're still tweaking it. So let's tweak this to be paragraph border. Let's have this be white. Change it to inverse rounded, my favorite of all of them, if you guys can't tell. And we'll change this. Change the offset here to match. Change the bottom offset to match. Then we'll reduce the size of them. And instead of 1 point, we'll make it 0.5. So it's a little bit thinner. And we can take down the tint or the opacity of it somehow, can't we? Tint, paper, cap color, shade. There we go. Let's change it to black, and then we can take the tint down. There we go. That's going to be 5. Okay, so we're starting to look better, and I'm going to change the paragraph shading just a bit. So I want it to be transparent, semi-transparent. None? And maybe none is the answer. Maybe none is the answer. And here we can do this. We'll increase the spacing here. Increase the spacing here. And I think I need to increase just the font size in general of the black and white section. Basic character formats, size, just a smidge bigger since it is white. And then we'll increase the leading. And again, we still have plenty of space for that. So that's 10-point font, and then we'll go up to these. Basic character formats, increase those to 10, increase that. And then we'll just see how it looks. Basic character formats, 10 and 12. Okay. And we'll increase this just a bit. There we go. Saved us a line. Let's center it. Going to center it here. And then let's add an effect. Drop shadow. Spread. Oh, we don't want any offset, so we change the offset to 0 and 0. Too much offset can ruin a good drop shadow. I don't know if you could tell, but like here, where like the background is a little bit lighter, like that, that's helping a lot. Add a little bit of noise, just because noise is cool. All right, let's see. Okay. All right, now let's think about it. So maybe we don't need spells here, since we already have spells here. Or maybe we could just drag the spells here, just put it there. I kind of liked having something here. Is this better? I think it is. Can we tweak it some more? Yes. But I think this is a prettier layout. And I think we can make it just a smidge more visible also. So does it look good? Yes. Can it be more readable? Also yes. Let's grab this little thing. We'll center this. Center this. And this piece was done by Vladimir Matyukin. So I just keep everybody's like art that I have just in like a folder with their name on it, so that I always remember who did it. I would like to have like just maybe a little bit of a background color to these little sections here. Don't do that. Paragraph. Paragraph shading. Color none. So instead of that, let's do color black, and we'll just tweak the tint a little bit. Oh no, because that overprint. I don't know what overprint does. I need to take that. Border. There we go. Paragraph shading. How can I make it? How can I make it semi-transparent? Registration? No, that just makes it white. Does anybody have any ideas how I can make it? Hey, Purr. Good to see you. Late to the party? No, just in time. Just in time. Oh, I think I have a meeting coming up. Let me see. What time is that meeting? I have a meeting in 5 minutes. 6 minutes. So I've got a meeting in 6 minutes. Should we just like, should I just keep streaming and just like have you guys hang out with Stabs for a few minutes? Hopefully the meeting should be too long. Maybe I'll just reschedule the meeting. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna see if I can just keep the meeting to 5 minutes, and if I can't keep it to 5 minutes or less, I don't think I should stream this meeting. Yeah, if I can't, I'll let them know. Hey, I've got like 5 or 6 minutes. If we can't, if that doesn't work, then we'll just. Oh, red links. Effects. Right click over object. Okay, effects. Effects. transparency. So I want just the transparency. So red links, is it in the paragraph setting, the paragraph styles, or is it somewhere else? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I got like a dozen guys like waiting on me. I've got 91. I've got 91 guys waiting on me. So red links is transparency. So where effects transparency multiply. So I want like just the background, like just this background to be like sort of semi-transparent. And I guess I could do that just with like a thing. I guess I can just make like one of these things and just give it the same style, you know? Make it black and then just change the opacity. Yeah, maybe I'll just do it that way. Maybe I'll just do it that way. Oh, yeah, you guys let me know. Don't let me forget the meeting. I'll get caught up in something and then I'll forget. So maybe this is the way to do it. All right, so let's edit the style. Paragraph shading. None paragraph shading. Then here, we'll X, and we'll paste it. We'll put it behind this. And this we can multiply. Bam. And then we can change the opacity separately. So this is what I wanted to do. I'm sure it's possible by someone more talented at InDesign than I am. I know what I want, I just don't know how to do it. So there's your problem right there. Oh, you guys can't see. You can't see what I'm doing. Sorry, you guys couldn't see. No, that's okay. Red links. If you're an InDesign expert, and you want to chat later, ping me on Discord or whatever. Sometimes I've got a couple of InDesign pros that I reach out to, but they're not always available, understandably. Okay, I kind of like that. That adds just like a little bit more. Paste it down here. Bam. I think that helps a bit. All right. So Edward, prepare your screenshotter. Let's get it all in frame. All right. So this is version 1. Go ahead, Edward. Take a screenshot. And we'll go over to the previous version just so we can compare. We have 1 minute. Okay, go ahead. Take another screenshot. Okay. All right. I think. Thank you. Thank you. So I think this one is just cooler. It's way more striking. It's just way more striking. All right. So let's send you over to Stabs. So I will try to be no more than 5 minutes. I'll try to be no more than 5 minutes. I just have a quick call with someone who is helping me with something. Stabs, take it away. Stabs.
S-T-A-B-S. He's the one who likes us best. Stabs. Stab stream. Got anything for me to stab? There we go. Sandwiches. Stabs. You're a cool guy. You're so tall compared to them all. Stealthy. Hiding. So good at stealth. Stabs. S-T-A-B-S. He's the one who likes us best. Stabs. Stabs stream.
We did it. 4 minutes. I hope he hope you treated you good. Okay, so let's get back to doing what we're doing. So all of the spells are sort of being. I guess it would help if I show you what I was doing. So all the spells are being redone. All right, so I all the spells are being redone. Okay. I just noticed my why's my camera all wonky? Was it like that the whole time, or is this a new feature? Silly camera. I'd love to sit down and chat with like an OBS expert as to why everything is always going crazy. Yeah. Feels a bit less readable. Maybe. Does look cooler. I think yeah, let's work on it a little bit more because it is a little bit less readable. So if we increase the size just a bit, and we can increase the opacity, we have the spread up. Increase the spread. There we go, and we can increase the size. Just to add a little bit more. Yeah, now we got it. Now we're it's a little bit better now. I think that's a little bit better. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this. Maybe I won't. There we go. That's better. Okay, let's keep cooking. So I think I'm not gonna, well, should I? I'm just gonna say I think I'm not gonna worry about the spells, but probably should. Open up the file. The increased darkness, okay. Reprint files. Let's go to the mage. I'll just show you guys what. So I'm trying to improve the layout for all the different little elements. And then so the fire spells now sort of look a little bit more like this. Like a cooler icon and like more clear layout. So if we compare this with, absolutely, all right. So compare this with this, just a little bit less clear. Adding the spell school icon to the previous page, yeah, that could be cool. Let's see what that looks like. Let's grab this. Yeah, why use bullet points when you can use icon points? So I think I'm gonna lock this layer because I don't want to keep clicking on it. All right, so let's see. Can I make a color overlay effect? Paper, ooh, I could just do that. Fire spells. Okay, so if we do it this way, then instead of bullet points, we'll just use new paragraphs. So we'll do one paragraph W. And then we'll just add space between each one. And we'll adjust everything in just a second. So don't worry about that, guys. Don't freak out. Nobody freak out. And then let's reduce the space here. And we might just do that. Ooh, I do like that. And then for here, we can do this. See what that looks like. Almost time to buy bullet put icons into Font Foundry to use with ligatures, huh? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I love the spells being listed next to the class that use them. Oh yeah. Hey Ebe, I like your paperclip. Okay, so we've got fire spells. Let's grab ice spells. Copy. Yeah, I'm glad I'm designing with you guys. You guys have some cool ideas. Okay, so this one is 23 by 30. I'm going to change this to 22 by 31. There we go. We'll get it approximately there. And then this guy, I have to scooch him up. Like so. Actually, before I start moving things around, okay, so I think I'm gonna have to increase the width of this. Everything else is 340, so this one could be 340 also. So 340. It's gonna be centered in the page. We can maybe take down the indentation just a smidge to 30 pixels. There you go. Design, thank you. So let's go to Lightning. Copy, paste. Tara, if you want to give me a rundown of, oh, there it is. There's the rundown. It's basically add your icons to your font. Oh, hang on, Emma. Hey, Emma, good to see you. Add your icons to your font so that you can use a ligature to replace it with the icon. When you type fire, it replaces it with your fire icon. How MTG does it. Terry, if you want to hop on a call on Discord and show me how to do that, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty sweet. I don't know how to do that. I want to say thank you. Oh, man, everything's going too quick. I've been building one. Nice, cool. All right, thanks for being here. Doesn't sound like me, but I think except something use right here. New spell page is very cool. I'm still cooking on it. Yeah, I'm still cooking on it. I think we'll strike the right balance. Yeah, Bjorkborg. Yeah, it's like brap. So we did already increase the font size. We increased the so we're doing things with readability in mind, but we also do want this to be like super duper rad looking. But yes, readability is the like it is a book, so you have to be able to read it. We're not just going for vibes. All right. I don't like how close this one is here. Let's go to Illustrator. Do I have an icon for all of them? I don't remember. I think I do. Necrotic. Spells. Yeah. We're cooking. Okay, yeah, like later tonight or whatever. I know people are working and stuff too, so 25 to 25 for that guns. We're still cooking. All right, let's just grab a placeholder for some of these if we can't find. That would be an okay enough placeholder for necrotic. Paper. Uh, 23 by 30. Yeah. Like even though this one is bigger, like this one still feels chunkier just because there's more white there. So gotta be careful about the sizes and don't go by just the numbers. Make this middle one a little bit bigger. it's feeling a little bit more like a lightning bolt. This one feels a little bit chubby, so I might tweak that. Radiant. So like radiant could be like this, like a flaming sword. Radiant. Thinking like a sun kind of thing. Might be cool. Radiant. Let's see. So here's a bunch of the class icons that you guys want to see. So these are icons for the different subclasses. So like for the cheat, for the storm shifter or the hunter, I think. This is for the song weaver. There's some pretty sweet ones here. There's an oathsworn. I think this is going to be icon on the outside of the slipcase because this one is just super cool. This is for the shadowmancer. So what were we looking for? Something radiant. That could be a good radiant one. This could be a good radiant one. Let's just use this for now. I'm going to change it later. Paper. I feel like radiant would be like a little bit more star-like and sparkly rather than explosion, but we'll figure that out later. Wind. I don't know if any of these. Ooh, this one is cool. And so that could be good for necrotic. Any of these look good for radiant or wind? Ooh, that's good for wind. And so we're going to grab all of our icons. Then we will align to selection and center them all. All right, let's see what you guys got going on. Where do you source these sweet icons? I have hired an artist to make me some custom icons. So like I found a cool icon pack online that I just that I licensed, and I reached out to the artist and said, "Hey, could you make me like a ton more?" And I said, "I'll give you money." And he said, "Oh yeah, I like money." And then like yeah, we've been working together for a while. So I really like these icons. These icons, I have a guy. There's another Vladimir. Vlad. Which I'm working with two different Vlad. Vlad Iftimescu. I don't know. I don't think I'm saying that right, but Vlad Iftimescu. Oh, I've got more than a dozen. I'm not putting Earth School in here. That is like an expansion thing, so I want to be careful to keep like the new stuff and the old stuff separate because I don't want to. Because of reasons. But I mean, I did put the new classes in there. Yeah. Look at the Nintendo Switch logo sometime. Yeah, have you ever noticed the Nintendo Switch logo? This one is way bigger than this one, but because this one has more color, so like it's if they actually made it the correct quote unquote correct size, then it would look all wonky. Okay, so let's talk about this because this was a this is an interesting. Yeah, so the first book stay relevant. Yeah. Okay, so I think putting the Earth spell school in here isn't a good idea because I don't want. I don't want to make people who already like big priority. Okay, let's go to chat mode. Big priority is I don't want to. I don't want to disrespect people or be ungrateful or anything like that to people who got me here, who have already purchased, people who have purchased it already. So I don't want to disrespect them by updating the core rules with a whole bunch of new stuff. Uh, so I don't want to do that. So I want to respect that. Okay. Why is this happening? What's going on there? Huh. Oh, there we go. That's fixed. So that said, up here, so should I not include Artificer, Hexbinder, Scion, and Revenant here? If I'm not including Earth down there, should I go ahead and delete Artificer? Like just keep the extra stuff separate? Oh, you guys can't see. You can't see. So should I keep Artificer, Hexbinder, Scion, and Revenant? Should I just remove those from here? The page does say that there are 6 main schools of magic. Yes, that is true. With the reprint of the core books, are the new subclasses being added? So yeah, the heroes is the one exception, and I provided for that by offering people who already have the books an updated zine with just the new subclasses for the core classes for the core heroes. So that's fine. I'm not worried about that. But yes, the new zine. So like if you get the new mage zine, for instance. If you get the new mage scene, it is going to include in the Invoker of Flame, the Invoker of Wards, the Invoker of Frost, and Surges, and maybe one more. I'm not sure. We'll see. So it is going to include like all the new layout stuff, all of the like the updated, the new subclasses. But that was communicated ahead of time, and everybody's cool with that. That said, why were the expansion classes added in the core book? Why were the expansion classes added in the core book? That's what I'm asking right now. It feels weird that the people that back the core only have them. So the new classes aren't being included in the book. So it's a weird spot to be in. So if you bought just the core set, like you don't get those 4 extra classes. So yeah, probably those classes should not be in here. So I think probably the Artificer, Hexbinder, Scion, and Revenant. They shouldn't be in here. This is just the core rules. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah. And in the future, a few years, maybe we'll reconfigure things or whatever, but not like months after someone has purchased the first printing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great. I think we're in agreement. Good job, everybody. There we go. What if we say this? The core hero classes are blah 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 blah, and implying there's more, sort of like we do with the spells. Maybe that's a good thing to do. Yeah, I really like this big cool splash page for the spells. We're still working on we're still tweaking the whatchamacallits, but so I think instead of a full space, we'll just reduce it some. Not this much, but hang tight, guys. Okay, so let's add 8. That might be good. Yeah. Oh, cool. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, yep, yep. Good catch. Good catch. There's a reason why I'm streaming, you guys. Yes, good catch. Hytham gets 5 points. Yeah, the core. Yeah, core rules, core things. Yeah. There's lots of heroes books now. Okay. So what we could do, what if we did something like this, you guys? Just so that so this section has a little bit more space to breathe. Maybe we'll grab the next paragraph also. But yeah, we can give a little bit more space here for these guys to breathe. Right? Okay, I think I'm just thinking about what order. So like maybe like upcasting and all of this would be more useful like at the bottom rather than like at the very, very top. In this bit about save spells and stuff, maybe like in the middle. There we go. Or down here somewhere. Right, let's see how we like this, and we'll grab all the icons and move them around now too. I like secret spells, sort of where it is there. Then we have this. You can grab here. Let's change this to 10. See how we like that. That's a little bit more spacious. We'll have to add a little bit more space for this guy here. And that's going to be a first paragraph. Oh, we forgot about Radiant, guys. Can't forget about Radiant spells. Yeah, I don't love that necrotic spell. He just looks like a chubby little dude. Come on, let me select just you. There we go. Paste. That one might be a little bit too complex for such a small little area. We'll see. Let's put this together and then we'll zoom out and see how we feel about it. And here, I think I will. me select you. Sometimes I hate vector things. They're like just the fiddliest little things to work with. All right, that's all we're doing. That's all we're doing for that. Oh, vectors. Some spells, or even entire, have been hidden or lost through the ages. Cool, yeah. So we're hinting at, ooh, look, there's expansion material. How cool. Okay, let's do this just so we can quit moving everything else around. Oh, and then yeah, we talk about Lich here. That's kind of like a Lich guy, and you can learn some cool spells from that dude. That feels pretty good. Upcasting. Should we have an icon for upcasting? Because like the spells, let's go to the spell cards. Spell cards. Where's the spell cards? Shadowmancer. So these are not the Shadowmancer spell cards. Let's go to Hexbinder. The Hexbinder doesn't upcast. Let's go to this one. No, those are old mock-ups. I think it's page 1. We're getting there, everybody. Okay, yes. Okay, yeah. So should we have an icon? That might be cool. An icon that I'll never say no to an icon. I'll never say no to a slice of cake. So like maybe whatever icon we have on the cards, we can use on the other thing also. Maybe that's cool. Maybe we can use this icon. But that's not an upcasting icon. That's a downcasting icon. Oh, we have technology, you guys. Table, object, transform, flip vertical. Bam. Look, now it's an upcasting icon. 2 for 1 right there. Upcasting, yeah. Let's do that. I think that's a good idea. Change this to first paragraph, and we'll give it 12 points of padding on the bottom. See, I was not planning on editing this page, but now that we're here, might as well, right? Let's try that again. Grab this. And we'll indent 30 pixels like the other, or 30 points rather. So we have upcasting, and then multi-target AoEs. They I think currently the AoE spells, they sort of just have they just have like this tag. Should AoE spells have their own little icon? The arrow feels way too much like lightning to me. We could tweak it. Yeah, maybe. All right, let's give it a second look real quick. Ooh, maybe necrotic could be like a book that's like an evil looking book or something. So I'm not too crazy about a couple of them, but like if they're placeholders, then we can always improve them later. So let's see. So we're looking for upcasting. And AoE spells. That might be good for AoE right there. Or that one. Necrotic. Maybe we'll just use this. Good old that spell. And I could just use this one and tweak it. Yeah, maybe that's the thing. Grab here, paper, and then A, I think. And so where does he looks too puffy, like here around his little cheeks. That's not it. P? No. Okay, just have to. How do I? I just want to move this. How do I move just one anchor? Is it Alt? I just. There we go. Oh, how did I do that? There we go. Oh, nice. So like, I don't know how I got here to where I can edit this, but now it's letting me, which is super cool. But I wish it just did it for me for the first time. So we're just sort of pulling his cheeks in a little bit, these cheekbones, so that it's a little bit less. A little less wonky. There we go. That might be okay. I'm gonna call it good enough for now. I'll have Vlad make me a legit one. Right, get out of here, Cup. Still a little bit puffy. Remember how I said we'll call it quits? Then I didn't. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's a little bit better, maybe. Okay, whatever. Let's move on. All right, let's do it for this also. Can we do it? No. There. There. I dare not. I dare not edit these anymore. This looks gray. Is that gray? Is it the paper? All right, vectors. Man, I hate vectors. Guilty. Sorry, Edward. You saw a nice radiant icon in the middle? This one? In the middle? That one might be good. Oh, this would be good icon for an AoE. Let's copy that. Radiant one in the middle. Maybe this. That could be a good radiant one. Do you guys like this this radiant one here? All right, let's see. It was an eclipse looking thing. Oh, this one? That one? Or this? That might be a good radiant one. Right next to that? Oh, that's not radiant. That looks like that alien language from that one movie. I guess you guys have never seen a Radiant spell icon before. If you think that that alien language one is Radiant. Okay, so we got that there. Where's the other one? Rectangle. This one. There we go. It's right below. Center it. Okay. Is this too many icons for a page? Maybe. It feels like it's a lot more text just because of the way it's laid out. Yeah. It feels ordered. Like I like the star, but I think I want more points to each match. Yeah. So maybe this could be like the AOE thing, and then yeah, I do like this one. Let's see what that looks like. I do like that one. And I do like this one as Radiant also. Change that to white. Like, yeah, I mean the wings, like obviously, like that feels pretty Radiant too. It's upcasting your ambitions. Yeah, Radiant is more than healing. Radiant does have like a bit of an edge. Like it's got Vengeance. It's got a D100 in there. So yeah, we don't want to shoehorn it too much into just healing. Center. So upcasting, is that too much like a lightning bolt? Do we have any other good arrows here? Got a lot of good arrows. Maybe it's just something like this kind of icon for upcasting. Or this. Or like this arrow, but pointing up. I guess it's the same arrow. Wings more radiant? Okay. Hard to me to picture something who's radiant without religious undertones. I mean, like bright, shiny, that kind of thing. Typo and secret spells? Impossible. Safe spells? A hero. Apostrophe S. Save DCs typically. Where? You have to be more specific. Yeah, so what do we end up using here? We'll use with cards too. Probably. The arrow you wanted to use for Radiant seemed PR in secret spells? Oh, secret spells. Oh, Gotcha. Wowza. Can't find it if you're not looking in the right area. The arrow you wanted to use for radiant seemed good for upcasting if you turn it upwards. The arrow I wanted to use for radiant. The arrow I wanted to use for radiant. The arrow what arrow did I want to use for radiant? This one? We're gonna have to develop a coordinate system, you guys, so you can tell me which of these you're talking about. The arrow I wanted to use for radiant. Yep. Oh, the hand, you thought it was an arrow. Okay. 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 Triple arrow? Yeah, maybe. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. Then whatever space we have here. So 12 should have here. Scooch that down so it looks like these guys have a little bit of breathing room. Do this and then deselect that. So we can move this down. There are 6 core schools of magic. Yep, I like it. I think, okay, Edward, if you would like to take another screenshot and get the real feedback about how this one is better, and I'm not going to change it back, you can. There's a star one in the penultimate row that might be good for upcasting. Now, is penultimate the second to first or second to last? I think it's second to last. There's an arrow, the penultimate row. The radiant icon might be vertically uncentered. No, it's pretty good. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. This one is uncentered. Nobody said anything about that, though. Necrotic is just all out of whack. Okay, if it looks straight, it is. All right, so let's grab this. We'll grab the fire spells. Maybe we'll leave the art. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Not me. Paste this in here. Okay. Push that down. I feel like this art doesn't really fit any longer. Mage, fire spells. I feel like it's too tight. There we go. W. Okay. All right, so that is 340. Should we keep the Like the little things. Like they're all different. Like one artist did this, another artist did that, and two other different artists. Like yeah, I don't like those. I don't like those. I've decided. Oh, we are getting some new spell art. Do you guys want to see some of the new spell art from an artist? Yeah, let's show you guys some of the spell art. Why not? Where is it? Direct messages. Niche. Okay, so let's just copy image. Give me 1 second, guys, and I will show you. Can you see? You can see. Okay, so here is the new flame barrier. So let's just go and stick it in there. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Nope, not that. Paste it in. This is just a draft. Just a draft, but I think it's cooler. It's pretty sweet. This new flame barrier. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me grab the new flame dart. Again, just a draft. Copy image. Hide that. Go back to camera. Don't wanna embarrass anybody. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Okay. It's like all of these are like vector and kind of wonky. I liked him, but I wasn't in like with him, if you know what I mean. Yeah, isn't that cooler? Is that an upgrade or is that an upgrade? I can't see what you guys are saying just yet, so. And I'll let you, Edward, if you want to take another picture of the side by side. Give me 1 second. Yeah, is that cool? The image, yeah. Yeah, Fig was pretty sweet. Flame barrier is sick, yeah. Yeah, flame dart might be too epic for a cantrip, but like, I mean, you want to feel cool. Casting cantrip too. The new ones are better. Yeah. Do all of the new spell cards have more purple? Not all of them. So what we're trying to do is have like cool complementary colors. So like if you think of a color wheel, like red and like the reds, yellows, oranges, like they sort of complement like this other color here, and then like if we're gonna do like green spells for this other one, then like it'll have a separate complementary color, accent color. So yeah, we're gonna come up with a cool color palette for all of them instead of like, oh, everything with fire is just red, and then ice. Oh, that's blue. So yeah, we're trying to come up with some cool things, and like yeah, we'll tweak some of these icons to make it feel better. So I think with for like a reaction spell, I think this makes it pretty cool. Like this makes for a pretty cool icon for like a reaction spell. So let's change that to white. So like changing this, like this simple little like dorky thing to something sweet and amazing like this. Like it just feels faster. And then we'll tweak that. So like just making improvements, just making improvements like that, I think is gonna be cool. And then upcasting is gonna match the thing, and yeah. So that's the plan, guys. Just sort of dirtling around and improving design and having fun. Like I enjoy like tweaking things like this to make it just feel sweet. Maybe we can make that icon a smidge bigger. It's fast, so fast. Yeah, I really like that. Like these just sort of feel like clip art by comparison. Like not bad, but like this one's okay, but this one's way better. Yeah. Yeah, so like necrotic is gonna be like purples and like greens and purples and blacks and stuff. Yeah, so they're not all gonna be purple. They're all gonna be pretty sweet. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, so that is that. What were we doing? We were in InDesign. So this is how I get distracted. This is how I go from like doing one thing to end up like working on something completely different. That's how I get distracted. Page center. 9.5 and 11. That feels floaty a little bit. So let's get rid of this. Get out of there. With a new ice spells. Look at that. Look how handsome and well laid out. Easy to read these are. Ice spells. And then these are going to be similarly, what? 340. I'll fiddle with formatting there more later, maybe. If I don't do it now, I won't want to do it later. No, let's redo everything. Have you tried extending the dark transparent background you used in the secret spells tooltip to the whole text? I think more contrast might make things clearer. Maybe. Let's see. Let's find the locked layer. Let's grab this rectangle and let's pull it out a bit further. Let's do this to here. And we'll redo the gradient to here. Yeah, I kind of miss some of the coolness that's happening back here though. Kind of miss it. Okay, so let's just take down the opacity on it a little bit. We don't need it to be 100%. Yeah. Let's do 85%. There you go, Emma. Let's see. I think that's a little bit better. Has there been thought to put a descriptor for damage that ignores armor? Yeah, it just says ignores armor or ignore armor. Still going to have images on these pages? On the spell pages? I'm not sure. No, I just sort of put it together. Yeah, constantly having ignore armor. Yeah. It's not too common. Like you want to be careful about like someone new like seeing like, oh, there's 7 icons on this thing. Like I don't know what any of them do. So like replacing the text, the mechanical text with an icon might not be a great idea, but having an icon to support, like having an icon to support the text, is good. Upcasting plus with this, reaction with that. But if we're trying to if we're trying to save space, then we'd have to be super careful about icons. These were from Vlad Iftmescu, artist that I hired to make a bunch of icons. Since the spells will be in the hero zines, will you be removing the class-specific spells from core rules? Yeah, maybe. I might go ahead and do that. It's a different aesthetic to Nimble, but have you seen it break? Rulebook. It was nominated for best layout design. I haven't. It lost to Shadow Dark. So still high praise. Break. Will Earth Magic be on this list down the road? It's going to be in the Monsters More book. Yeah. Let's take a quick look at break. Let's take a break. Break RPG layout. Oh, guys, there's a sale on the core rules. That's cool. Okay, so the top of the thing has this. So like if you just have a really skinny book, you don't really need that kind of navigation stuff. I like the photography and the blue edges. That's neat. That's cool. Having a little grid. Average speed, 2 hearts, 0 attack. I like how there's all the different colors. Oh man, this one got banged up a little bit. Why'd they take such a close-up picture of that one? Cool art. What is this? What is that W thing? Yeah, pretty. I mean, like good layout, obviously, like super clean. Like I like the white background. Wait, why did his cat get smaller? Yeah, that's cool. How is this as a game? Oh, it's a world. Okay, it's a world map. Is it a pretty cool game? Has anybody played it? I mean, I'm sure anybody, like a bunch of people played it, but like, ooh, that's cool. Moderate challenge? Okay, like how big it is compared to a person. Let's see, how are you guys doing? More designed rather than better designed? The game is wonky? Yeah, it's not monsters. It's monsters and more. So like the and more stuff is going to be like maybe 10% of the page count, maybe 10 to 20% of the page count. It's mostly a monsters book. There's just a whole ton of monsters in there, but we just happen to unlock a lot of stretch goals. Too many opposed rules resolution mechanics. That's too bad. That's too bad. Yeah, I feel like not enough. I mean, it's cool for the right person. So I don't want to cast any shade or anything on like a style that people like. But like, you know, I I think it'd be cool if more games, at least tabletop games, thought more prominently about how it plays at the table, like how quickly it goes and how easy it is to learn and that kind of stuff. But not that they didn't. I don't know. I don't know. Like obviously, like it looks like a cool thing. So what little I know about it, I should stop saying things before I get in trouble. Oh, talk about cool design things. I really like this website here. If I were to get one of these books, just to see what kind of stuff they're doing, because I've heard you guys talk really well about it. Is it this? Is it One Shot Wonders? Is this the one to get? I was interested in looking at you guys were really speaking very highly about this one. It has a roll over and roll under, which was odd. I haven't played it. Okay. Yeah, some games have roll over and like sometimes rolling high is good, sometimes rolling low is good. And like to me that hurts my brain. So like if it's all golf rules, like I could totally get behind that. You know, the low like number one, like being number one is good. Like okay, like I can sort of like wrap my head around it. But if sometimes, you know, number one is bad and sometimes number one is good, um then it's harder to remember. System where the players make all the rolls. Some people really like that. I think Derek really likes that, doesn't he? I as a GM, I like rolling some dice. Like, let's see what happens. I like rolling some dice, so I don't know. Okay. The main one-shot wonders is a good one. All right, so we'll get that. We'll add that to the cart. One-shot wonders. Yeah, a solid website too. Do they have long stat blocks? Some people love that. Some people like the really super detailed stat blocks. Yeah, big number better. Big number better. I don't know. Okay, let's keep cooking, guys. Spells, yeah. So maybe what I'm thinking is this. So just looking at this again with semi fresh eyes. Maybe this should be 0, and then this should be 30. We can scooch these over here so that we're not confusing them with like, oh, there's actually 8 spell schools? Question mark. You know. Is that a little bit more clear? Just having them on the other side. And then instead of having nested nested parentheses, we'll do that. We probably don't need this whole thing to be in parentheses. We put these back in parentheses. Ignore disadvantage from conditions on individual targets, such as blaming. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. He loves when GM doesn't have to roll. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I can certainly respect that, but... Switch him to the right? Okay. Man, it sure is nice having you guys give me some immediate feedback on these things. I will tell you that much. Might have to do some more of these. Okay, fire spells, ice spells. Let's see. So, I think when it's all caps, it's italicized. When it's not all caps, it is not italicized. I think that is the custom here. So I think we're going to stick with that custom and unitalicize these. Come on, there we go. Okay. What would this look like if we just made it one column? Would we have space to fit it all on here? Let's see. Ooh, and then we could do this. Ooh. What if we did this? Can make this part 2 columns. Ooh. And then this part span 2 columns. So there you go. Flame dart, smoldering, and then blah, 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 blah. Dragon form. Ooh, is that better? I'd have to fix that, like where this is. One column, yuck. Okay, all right. Definitely 2 columns. Where's Lewis when I need him? Where's Lewis H when I need him? Fine. He would back me up here. Oh, we've got London instead of Lewis. Thank you, London. I think that like all of these wouldn't fit. So let's see if it would even fit. Yeah. Let's see. London gave me hope. She gave me the encouragement that I needed. Thank you, London. Yeah, it doesn't quite fit. Appreciate the encouragement though. Yeah, 2 columns is just much more efficient. Maybe a little bit more space between the 2 columns. Yeah. Okay, so let's don't go reinventing the wheel. I mean, or the ball. Don't reinvent the ball, guys. Let's copy these lightning spells. Copy. Paste. Like, look. Let me just like compare the previous icons. Like, fine. They're like these. Like these have character. Like this has character. Like this is like zap. You know what I mean? Just something about getting some nice custom icons from someone who makes icons for a living. Like, that's just cool. That is just cool. Cool. So why is... All right. Now we have to fix some of these weirdnesses here. It's like maybe someone could help me understand why this happens. Okay, so I have this, and then I can tab here. But why does it go to a new line? I don't want it to go to a new line. I'm gonna have to ask one of the experts. These are from Vlad Iftemescu. I think it depends. So like if we do this, so like put the headers here, or at least the text at the same height, and put this here. So that's fine, but like it feels a little bit top heavy. It feels like we need something down here, which maybe we could put, or something like here, you know? So I don't know. That's something that I think I've done it differently on every page, so. So for some of these, like Ride the Lightning, the actions thing I have in its own little thing because it wouldn't fit on the same page, on the same thingy. On the same line, I guess. And that's not the most efficient way to do it. For sure. Because like if I move this, then now like that's all wonky and it leaves me open for mistakes. Which I don't want, but I don't know how to make it go where I want it to go without being silly on me. Like trickery, does that have a casting time? I think like trickery is supposed to cost some amount of actions. Is anybody else like just now getting hit with 3 actions? Is anybody now like just getting hit with like the time change? Because it's been beating me up. All right, cool. Yeah, 3 columns. So like going from I know it's a joke, but going from 1 column to 2 columns, you can fit a lot more on a page. But if the page is small, then you get more broken words with 3 columns. So if you have like a bigger A4 size page, then 3 columns would be reasonable. But for a small A5 page, then 3 columns is too small. Unless it's like a super duper tiny like table, like a D100 table, which in that case, it might be good. Oh, I took it from here. Okay, so copy, paste. I'll add an asterisk here because it's sort of, it's not always 3 actions. Okay. Yeah, I feel like first week wasn't too bad, but like now I'm like, oof. Arc Lightning doesn't see number of actions. Arc Lightning. Yeah, see, like that's there's danger in doing that. So if anybody knows how to do that, I would be most appreciative. So what I'm doing here, so I have it all in one line, and then here there is a tab. So there's just a tab there, and then I've right aligned this. And on most of them it works, but like once it gets to a certain size, it makes it wrap to another line, even if there is enough space. So I've had to like break it out into its own thing. So if anybody knows how to fix that, that would be. Yeah, Arizona's got the right idea, but poor Arizona, nobody else has the right idea also. Yeah. Alacrity, 0 actions. Yeah, so Alacrity is, so you cast it when you defend. So you spend an action to defend. So like I reworded it. It functions the same. So let me just go. So it functions the same as it does in the current rules, but it's been reworded for clarity. So initially it was Alacrity costs 1 action and then you defend for free. But then people are like, wait, what? But now it's 0 actions, but you cast it when you defend. So it still costs 1 action. And I feel like Alacrity, so you guys give me your honest opinions. You're playing Nimble. and you get attacked. Would you ever cast Alacrity? Would you ever spend 2 mana, take damage, so you can gain charge and teleport somewhere? Would you do that? Like it's a reliable way to gain charged, which is cool. But you take damage, like whatever thing happens when. So I don't want to like change the spells, but like if there's one spell that is clearly a laggard, then I want to fix it. Yeah, so Kev, I went through a lot of different iterations. I think this is the clearest. Yeah, that might be related to your justification settings. If there isn't enough space for a single tab stop, it's not going to shrink the tab enough. So I don't know how to change my justification tab size settings or whatever. Yeah, so that question came up a lot. So yes, when you defend, when you use a reaction, even if it's for free, it still counts as you can't do it again. So this wording I think clears up that question. So free just means it doesn't cost any resources, but there's still the limit of, and that's going to be in the FAQ, I think. So charged is useful. You can cast overload when you're charged. You can cast electrickery. You can save actions on electrickery. It does like just a little things. Okay, what if we did this? Tell me if this is crazy. Okay. Okay. So what if it was this? So you can use it. So like if you're grappled, you can just like teleport away from the grapple. Or if there's a thing you want to get over to, like cool, 2 actions or two mana, you just teleport. But it costs 0 actions to cast when you defend. So it's still like this defensive spell. Like it's a little bit, it has more utility here. So like if you can teleport, why would you only teleport when you're defending? Right? Like you could teleport when you defend, like after damage is dealt. Like it doesn't make it incredibly more powerful, but like it adds additional options to where like you might use it. Like I have to move here anyway, like I'll teleport there and then I'll gain the charge condition and then bam. And then I could do cool charge stuff, you know? Or like there's a group of enemies over there, I can teleport over to them, like right in the middle, and then I can cast overload. Bam! Like that feels cool, like a cool combo. It costs you an action, it costs you mana, but like you can just like overload. I like that. Using it as a free way to gain charged is powerful. The teleport is cool. So like if you're like restrained or grappled or you're stuck in something, like teleport, like you just instantly you escape it, which can be incredibly powerful. I don't know if you've ever seen the Glabrazu, but if you're ever like clumped in its little clumpers, and it could just pull you in half and you die immediately. The lightning utility spell. Yeah, let me check that out. Yeah, so before we get too into it, let's check out the lightning utility spell. Spark Step. So this one is a cantrip. It costs no mana. So I think that's okay. In this one, like it doesn't charge you. So like this one, that one costs mana, but it's farther, but you gain charged. So I think it is different enough. Okay. What if you could use alacrity when you interpose as well? This gives casters reason to interpose, and then they can teleport away. Ooh. That might be a little bit too complicated. That might be too complicated. I don't know. Or so costs 0 actions to cast when you defend, teleport after damage dealt, or interpose, teleport. Teleport before you interpose? All right, let's think about this. Teleport up to your speed and gain the charge condition. Costs 0 actions to cast when you defend, teleport after damage dealt, or interpose, teleport before you interpose. It's cool. I think it might be too complicated. Do you realize alacrity is one of my favorite words? She has been for about 40 years. I like how you called alacrity a she. It does feel kind of feminine. Hey, Agile Monk, by the way. What if you don't have to defend just when you're attacked? You gotta be careful about doing things when it's not your turn. Yeah, meta. Yeah, that's fine. Man, my lamp is going crazy. Cheap lamp. It's like flicker in and it won't turn off. Yeah. So if you got just the expansion, and you don't have the core rules, like you can't do anything with it anyway. If you don't already have the core rules and you got the PDFs, like if you want to buy it, yeah, go ahead. But I didn't want everybody have to wait like 2 months to get everything ready and send it out like the thing. So honor system. If you didn't buy it, then don't open it. Well, it's raining here. All right, let's check because I did reschedule that meeting for 3:30. So we're gonna have to call it at 3:30, everybody. We'll have to call it at 3:30. Okay. That's cool. That's super cool. Is it different enough from lightning utility spell? Will the monster book have the monsters in the Nimble store? Yes. It will, and it will be. They will be better and improved. To force them to defend entirely, make it a reaction to being attacked. You teleport and the attack misses. No, that's way too powerful. That's way too powerful. That is not at all what we want to do for this one. Hang on. Let's finish cooking, and then we'll put it up for feedback. Yeah, it was just easier that way. So like if something's going to attack you twice, you can teleport away and it attacks you once, but you're safe now, right? So there is a method behind the madness. Or if you're here and there's like two bad guys here and like the weak bad guy attacks you first, you can teleport away like behind your friends, and then like now the strong guy that's left, like he can't attack you. He doesn't have enough range. So like there is a use case for it. Is it the best one to use always? No, but is the best one to use sometimes? Yes. Electricity? Yeah. I like alacrity. I don't think it should work with anyone. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Spells are hard to design, yeah. Yeah, so you would be teleporting to the person you are interposing for. That might feel a little bit too much like Oathsworn being able to interpose from further away. Yeah, it does give them the opportunity to teleport to a friend. Which I do like. Performing. Yeah. First year, yeah, it is 3:02 here where I am in Florida. Hey Emma. We're talking about improving alacrity. I think it was the worst spell out of all the spells. So I want to improve it without changing it too much. Feels very similar to the Bun Bun Ancestry feature. So this costs 2 mana. Bun Bun can just do it. But yes. Problem solving card text for these spells? I don't know what that means, Joe Man. Teleporting after defend would let you interpose to move. So I think this is just like a little bit too confusing. So it is a cool idea. I think maybe just a little bit too confusing. Maybe like the lightning, the invoker surges, like mage could get like a cool little addition to alacrity. But this letting you use it just to move like on your turn is cool. And letting you move a little bit further like is a nice little bonus. I think this is what we want to do. Because like even me reading it is like I would say like this is confusing. This was a little bit confusing. PSCT is some Yu-Gi-Oh cards to standardize how effects are written. PSCT. Problem solving card text. Okay, I'd have to learn more about that. Pasta. Let me ask you, did you break the pasta before you put it in the water? Or do they send you to jail for that? One action / reaction. Okay, yeah, so if we just say like one action / reaction. See what you guys are doing to me? Because like it's supposed to be fast, right? It's supposed to be fast. Yeah, why wouldn't it be a reaction if you're super duper fast? Teleport up to your speed and gain the charge condition. So if you use it to interpose, yeah, I don't know. It makes it so complicated. Yeah, no, it can't be as a reaction. It can't be as a reaction because then you could just teleport away from an attack. That would just make it super duper busted. We never break the pasta. No, I know. I'm just. I'm just joking. Best kind of pasta, Emma. What's the best kind of pasta? What if it was defending or interposing, but it works exactly the same without as with defending, interpose, then teleport away with alacrity? Yeah, that might be good. Ivar. Teleport up to your speed and gain the charge condition. Costs 0 actions to cast while defending or interposing. Teleport after damage is dealt. Wait. So you couldn't teleport. So then this part sort of breaks it. This part sort of breaks it. This could be read as an additional reaction to defend. Potential problem. This could be read as an additional reaction to defend. I don't know what that means. The way it's written. How do you know you can use it while defending? The way it's written now. Yeah, I think we have to remove the or interposing part. Kevwodev costs 0 actions to cast before interposing or after defending. That is pretty clean. This is a tricky little spell. Teleport up to your speed and gain the charge condition. Easy enough. You can just, whenever you could move, you could spend 2 mana to teleport instead. Costs 0 actions to cast before interposing or after defending. I think that's clear. I think that's clear. We could also make it a reaction only, so it would just read as a reaction. Castable. So it reads, you may apply your armor to damage you receive, then move up to your speed to an... No, that's too much. That's too much. For context, I wrote that additional reaction when you had it written as 1 action slash... Casoncelli. Without broth? You put ravioli in broth? Oh man, that sounds delicious. Can I come over to your house when I visit Italy? I do want to go to Italy. I've got some friends in Italy, up near Florence. Pistoia. We put a note under defend and heroic actions. If something triggers after defending. No. It's pretty clear how it is. If I say free, so free means it costs no resources. So instead of free, we'll say 0 actions because it still should cost mana. Maybe put the trigger first if used before interposing. So if it is just a blanket reaction and not tied to interposing and defending, then like when you're attacked, my reaction, I teleport away. It's like move shouldn't be a reaction. But at the same time, if I could cast this so fast that I could interpose for someone and then be attacked myself, why couldn't I just cast this to teleport myself when I'm being attacked? I think the whole interposing thing is too much. I think it is too much. I think the interposing thing is too much. It's a cool idea, but it raises like mechanical questions and other weird questions. Yeah, minute isn't unloaded. The way you write that in the problem-solving card text, when you take damage, colon, you may as a reaction, semicolon, apply your armor, then move. You gain the charge. Yeah, that's a little bit too stilted. It is clear, but it's a little bit more wordy and stilted. It should become okay. Yeah, so I am working. So I think once we get to editing, we will standardize some of this stuff. But in the heroes, that is pretty standardized. Like so, like if it's once per turn or once per encounter or whatever, it's in brackets like at the beginning of the thing. So that's standardized. And if it's a reaction, it's like when you defend or whatever. Let me see if I can find a good example. Yeah, so hold the line. Once per encounter, reaction, parentheses, when an ally drops to 0 hit points, colon, this. So we have some of that, but I do want to be careful. I would lean toward clarity and I would lean toward it being concise and clear. In length is not legal. Yeah, arc lightning actions. Gotta put that back in there. Arc lightning. 2 actions. With interpose, can I cast twice in a reaction? Can't spell it accurately wrong without clarity. Yeah, I think a little bit of boost is what it needed, not like a big, game-changing thing. Okay. Teleport up to your speed and gain the charge condition. Costs 0 actions to cast while defending. Teleport after damage sent. That's clear, that's clean, it's understandable. It's something that you would use in a niche situation, but it'd be really good in that situation. And you can always just you're over here, there's a bunch of monsters over here, and then overload them. Like that's gonna feel good. That's gonna feel really good. So overload's a cantrip. It's not gonna deal a whole lot of damage, but it's gonna deal enough to take out a whole bunch of minions, and you're gonna feel smart. You're gonna feel cool, and then you're probably gonna be in danger after that. So that's fine. Don't let characters teleport to interpose. Only teleport reposition after interposing. When you cast this, everything dies. Except you and your buds. Okay, don't let characters teleport to interpose. Only teleport reposition after interposing. I'm gonna lean towards simplicity. If I have a hard time understanding it after writing it and reading it, then you better believe that it's gonna be hard to understand for other people. All right, guys, we have 15 minutes to cook a little bit more. I think Alacrity needed that. Edward, if you want to take a screenshot of that and get some feedback on the server, that wouldn't be a bad thing to do. Concede. So it goes from the worst spell to one of the worst spells, but sometimes useful spells. Thank you so much, Edward. I appreciate that. Okay. Okay, 1 action, 2 actions, 1 action. Okay, so they've all got actions now. Razorwind. Okay, so we should probably actually read through all of these and fix these weird errors here. It's why is it doing that? I'm gonna have to ask someone. Okay. Flame Dart. Cantrip, 1 target, 1 action. There we go. Range 8, damage 1d10. On crit, smoldering. Clean. High levels, plus 5 damage every 5 levels. Smoldering, this condition does not go on its own, though some spells and abilities have additional effects against smoldering creatures. Heart's Fire. Silly thing. See? Like there's plenty of space, but it just won't. How can I change the tab size to be smaller? Does anybody know that? Yeah, second servings. Okay, Heart's Fire. Range 4. Give an ally an extra action. Cast this as a reaction for 1 mana. Ooh, I forgot about that. That's a great idea. Plus 1 range every 5 levels. Okay. Ignite. Range 8. (40-10) to a smoldering target, ending the condition on hit. So this saves a few letters. On hit, end the condition. There we go. I think that's better. I think that's a little bit of an improvement. Woo! Meeting canceled. Enchant weapon, tier 2, 1 target, 1 action, concentration up to 1 minute, touch a weapon, and enchant it with magical flame. It deals key damage and inflicts smoldering on crit. Upcast plus key damage. That's a good spell. I think that spell is not used enough. Hello. Flame barrier, castable whenever you defend. Okay, so until the start of your next turn, melee attackers against you take key damage, ignore armor, and gain smoldering. Paraclasm, reach 3. Damage 2d20 plus 10, ignoring armor, to others. Ignoring armor. So this reads more clearly. Plus 2d10, 2d20 plus 10 damage to others, ignoring armor, on a failed dex save. Smoldering creatures fail. I feel like this should be like this. And then this. There we go. If we do this, then we'll save a line of text. Half on save. Okay, you guys tell me, is half on save? Is that clear? I could add that as like a rule somewhere. Half on save. Is that too cryptic? Or should we just sacrifice the line of text? Because we do have this space. Is half on save? So you are a creature in range, and it shouldn't deal damage to you. But it is reach 3, so it's not. So this is first. So reach 3, 2d20 plus 10 to others. Save for half. Sometimes a cancel meeting is a bad thing. But not in this case. Half on save makes sense to me. It makes sense to me too, but on save, I don't know if I got my semi right. Oh, semicolon. That might work. Half on save. On save. Half damage. All right. Edward, would you like to take another screenshot of that and see if everybody thinks that's clear enough? And maybe we can add like a little note here, like half on save means ... Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Let's see if that helps. I think MCDM does that. What do you think about this? There could be a rule for damage saves. You take half damage on save. Yeah, it could just be a rule. Save criteria is a dex save. So reach is everywhere around you. So if you are here, so if you're here, and this is 3 spaces, so everything within reach 3 of you is going to be damaged. So you explode, or you create an explosion centered around you. So everything within reach 3 of you. So reach 1 is adjacent, reach 2 is 1 square beyond that, and reach 3 is 1 square beyond that. There's not an extra die roll. So smoldering creatures, they just don't roll, they just fail. So the smoldering actually saves you a step rather than adding a step. What spell is this? Pyroclasm. Why do you ask? Okay. All right, Fire Embrace. Tier 5, AoE, 2 actions. Concentration, up to 1 minute. Reach 8. An ally gains the effect of enchant weapon. Enemies gain smoldering. So this means you can give an ally that's 8 spaces away, enchant. Your weapon is enchanted way over there. And enemies gain smoldering. Okay, that's cool. Maybe Inferno. Gain the effects of Flame Bearer until your next turn. At the end of this turn and your next turn, cast Pyroclasm for free. Okay, Dragon Form. 5 actions, transform to a huge dragon. 3 actions. Gain 3 actions, a fly speed of 12, level armor, 10 times level, 10 HP, and Tooth and Claw. Action. Reach 2, 1d20 plus level, damage, ignoring armor, inflicts smoldering. Cool. 2 actions. Reach. So we don't need to say reach cone 8 because it's just cone 8. Ah, we found an error. Code 8. DC. We probably don't need this. We can clean this up. We can say this action. Maybe. I don't know. Cone 8. DC 20 dex save. Key D20 damage, half on save. Oh yeah, so it says half on save here. So running targets fail. It could be better. Like for here, it wouldn't hurt. But here, like it would just add a line unnecessarily. So that's the thought there. T minus 5 minutes. Oh, T minus 3 minutes. All right, guys, it has been super fun hanging out. I'll just say that now in case I have to drop suddenly. I'm starting to get tired anyway, so good timing. All right, let's take a look at Icelands real quick in the couple minutes we have left. Range 12. Ooh, I didn't know it was that far. Is it that far? It shouldn't be that far. Is it? It can't be. Range 12. It's true. Huh. That's cool. Range 12. When 6 cold or piercing on hit. Slowed. High levels plus 3 damage every 5 levels. Okay. Reach 1. Damage 1d6. On hit. Blinded. Until their next turn. Okay, so you can blind one creature next to you. Oh, so this spell used to be different. High levels plus 3 damage every 5 levels. Okay. Frost Shield, castable when you defend. Gain 2x key temp HP. Any remaining temp HP are lost at the start of your next turn. These temp HP, these temp HP are lost. Start of your next turn. Shatter. Range 12, damage 3d6. If any die rolls a max against a hampered target, this counts as a crit. On crit, plus 20 damage. Increase the result of any die by 1. Oh yeah, this was a really fun one to design. Okay, guys, it is 3:29. I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. It has been super duper fun, and I think you guys have been super helpful. So yeah, maybe we'll do maybe we'll just do these streams every day or whenever I'm able to, just sort of pop up streams, and you guys can hang out and watch me cook a little bit. It's been fun. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Let me find where the button is to end the stream. There it is. See ya.